Hello and welcome to Emails Technology. This is continuation of part 1. This is third subpart of part 1, static routing. In this video we are going to focus only on default route. Now the topology that we were discussing on previous two videos, this and mixture of the other one. Here, if you see on R1, we have given two static routes. What are they? Show IP route. We have given two static routes 30 and 50. What if I have more networks on the mid router and RB? Then I need to give more routes. If I have 100 routes externally, then I have to give 100 routes here. If you have 100 unknown routes, then 100 lines we need to type. But how you are typing? You are typing like 30 go via fast ethernet 0/1, 40 go via fast ethernet 0/1, all are fast ethernet 0/1. Means there is only one exit for non-connected routes, that is only fast ethernet 0/1. There is only one exit to go to the unknown networks. Then this router is considered as a stub router. So on stub router, instead of writing these two static routes, you can write something called the default route. What is default? If you don't know anything, go to that particular network, then that network is a default network. Default means that's the option, the default option. If something is not known, that network is responsible or that interface is responsible, something like that. So let us cancel the previous static route that we gave. In order to cancel the previous configuration, go in front of the line and put no. Say once again, I want to cancel 40. This is the previous line that we typed. How I got this? By pressing up arrow. If you press down arrow, the next command will come, whichever you typed before. If you want to see, you press up and down arrow. Now in order to go to the first place, press Ctrl A. See, the cursor is blinking on the first place. Put no and give space. Now I have cancelled the static routes that I gave. Let us verify. Show IP route, two static routes are removed. Now I'm going to give a default route. It is a single line. Even if I have 1000 unknown networks, this single line is more than enough to route the packet. IP route, any network, means 0000. Any subnet mask, 0.0.0.0, go via fast ethernet 0/1. Simple. Now this any will match with 30, 40, 50, whatever the network which this router don't know. Now let's see the routing table. Show IP route. I have something called S star. Star means candidate default. S means static, meaning this is static default route. If I ping from now this PC, from this PC, definitely I'll ping. Even though I'm pinging 40, where the route is not found in the routing table, it is getting matched with the default. That's what default means. Unknown routes match with this default route. It was sent via this way. Likewise, I can also do the same thing on RB. RB has two static routes, show IP route. I can remove the static route. Before removing, I am just giving the static route. Default route. I want to show you something. Look at this. We also have a default route. We also have a static route. Now, which one is more effective? When you have given already precise route for a network, that will be considered, not the default route. Default route will be there, but for what? For the rest of the network which is not known. Show IP route. I still have the static routes as well as the default route. When I'm trying to ping 10 network from 30.1.30.0.0.1 PC, since there is a precise match, it won't go for a default route. Right. Now I'm going to remove the static routes. No. remove the static route, show IP route. There is no static route, only static default route is there. Now even now I can ping from this PC to anywhere, because 20 is getting matched with the static default route. Even if you want to ping the network, you can ping 10 network. Router should reply actually. Right, in real devices it replies. Yeah, it replies. In a router will reply, because router knows about 10 network. You are getting reply from see 20.0.0.1. Who is 20.0.0? It's the router's exit interface. First router, the router that one who knows about 10 network. See, the router who knows about 10 network is this. The exit interface is 20.0.0.1, because you are talking from this direction. Alright, so I can also ping 10.2, which is another PC on router 1. Yep, we get the reply. Now, I cannot keep the default route on the mid routers, only on the stub routers, meaning if you will have only one exit point for the unknown networks, then it is stub router. I have two stub routers here, router A and router B, but the mid router is not stub router. Why? For reaching 10 it has to come via 0/0. For reaching 30 it has to come via fast Ethernet 0/1. In different direction, different unknown networks are connected. So we have to precisely write routes like this. We have to precisely write routes like this. We cannot use default route on middle routers. Only on the edge router, to say plain English. Only on the edge router we give default route, not on the middle routers. Right. Static route is more good, and static routing will give you control over your network, because in coming classes you are going to learn about dynamic routing protocol. When you compare to dynamic routing protocol, static routes are very good because you have control over your network. You configure the route, you know via which the packet is sent. You have control over your network. But the disadvantage is administrator overhead. Administrator has to key in everything. When a change happens in topology, he has to come and delete the line or alter the line. That's the drawback of static route. Or if you give something like this, the next hop address, when the next hop address changes, you need to come and update it. These are all the drawback of static route, but it is also good, more secure. And when I say, one more difference I want to show you. If I say my exit interface, I'll get like this, directly connected. Directly connected is more trusted than saying the next hop address. See, you see a number called 1. 1 means 1 is always bigger than 0. Directly connected means 0. Even though 0 is not written here, 0 is there for directly connected. 1 is there for static routes. What is that 1? It is called administrative distance. How far you trust a route. Smaller the number, more you trust. Directly connected number is 0. For static route, administrative distance is 1. That's what you see 1 here. And what is 0? How many hops away? Actually 40 is just directly connected to 30 network. Sorry, 30 is that you have to go to 30, you go to 40. 40 is directly connected. That's why it says 0 hop. You don't need to jump anywhere to go to 40. 40 is directly connected. Those things we will be discussing on coming videos about administrative distance and so on. Hope you understood static routing and default routing. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.